Hello and welcome to the Life with the Birchells podcast with me, Amy.
And me, Andrew.
So this is our first ever podcast. This is my first time ever doing anything like this. At least you've got some form of YouTube experience.
Yeah, YouTube and Twitch, but I don't think it's not like this, is it? This is with someone else and discussion, so we'll see how it goes. We've got some interesting stuff lined up.
We certainly do.
But I think first we should get into who we are. So I'm Andrew. I'm 21 and I'm married to Amy. We got married last December and everything's good.
And I'm Amy. I'm 20. I married Andrew in December, I should hope, because we do think we're married to each other. I have a cat called Zola. We have a hamster called Flash. We have a really cool fish tank that we love. And that is kind of us in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Bit bonkers. We can be a bit scatty at times.
Oh, very scatty. Very.
Yeah, our minds can go on overdrive very quickly.
Right. What are we planning to get into first?
I think we should definitely talk about the cat.
Oh, where do you even start with the cat?
Well, yeah, she is a problem on 4 legs.
Yeah.
And she is the biggest scaredy cat. Like, literally, she's scared of her own shadow. I've never known a cat to be like it.
I don't even know how she hasn't had a heart attack yet. She jumps that much, just the slightest movement of anything, and she jumps a couple feet in the air and runs away and everything.
Oh, it's ridiculous, honestly. Recently, her recent thing is she's not eating the food that she has been on since she was a kitten. So the brand she's always had, she's now decided that she doesn't like it and she throws it up all over the house instead. But she will not eat the biscuits that we give her.
No. In fact, today she's had a tantrum about eating the biscuits. She won't eat them out of her slow feeding bowl.
She's literally gone on a food strike.
Yeah, until we just caved, half an hour ago, and gave her some of that wet food back, in the hopes that she won't throw up this time, and maybe she just ate something random around the house, or, well, hopefully that one.
Fingers crossed, because we have stocked up on that food.
Yeah, it was the day after we bought a load of that food, because it's never in stock, so we're like, right, we'll get it all, and suddenly she's like, oh yeah, I don't eat that food anymore, sorry.
She's honestly a nightmare. I mean, it is the same cat that is allergic to sawdust.
Oh god, that's a story.
Poor Flash has had to have his bedding changed from sawdust to the paper style because our cat was ripping herself to shreds.
Yeah, she was, yeah. I don't know, I never knew a cat could be allergic to sawdust. I think it was a new one for me.
And we tried everything. We were different washing powders, everything we could think of. And then one day we were in the office and then Penny dropped. She sat in the office and just would not stop scratching.
Yeah.
And that's when I decided it must either be Flash, which is a hamster, which I hope a cat isn't allergic to a hamster.
Scared of him though.
Well, she is scared of him. Or it must be the sawdust, and it was the sawdust.
Yeah.
We got rid of it, hoovered up everything, cleared the house of sawdust, and then she recovered and she's fine.
Yeah, next day she suddenly wasn't scratching herself to pieces anymore. So, God, that was just one of the many issues this cat seems to just have on a daily basis.
It is ridiculous. We can change the slightest thing in the house and she freaks out.
Yeah. Absolutely.
She has got crippling anxiety.
Yeah. And very what is it? Separation anxiety. She's quite needy in that respect as well.
Quite needy.
Yeah.
She is so dependent on you especially.
I know.
So dependent.
Can't go anywhere without her following you around. I mean, it's a miracle she's not sat here right now, actually.
Probably eating, and that's the only reason when she'll leave us. If we go to the toilet, she comes to the toilet with us. We go for a shower, she comes to the shower with us. Whichever room we are in, she is there.
It's like owning a dog.
Unless she's being naughty.
Oh, yes. Yeah, she's been naughty. She's nowhere to be seen.
No.
Hides, knows exactly what she's done.
But yeah, that is Zola in a nutshell. She's crazy, but we love her.
Sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. But you know, it's like a child.
Yeah.
And then we have Flash, our hamster that I randomly bought when we were going to buy cat food.
Was it cat food or were we looking at fish?
Oh, maybe we were looking at fish.
I think we were looking at fish and you just... We were going towards the till. I think we had like stones or ornaments or something.
Yeah, it was.
I lost you. I turn around and suddenly you're sat there just staring at a hamster saying... Look, he wants me. He wants to come home with me.
He was scratching up at the glass and putting his little paws on the glass. And when I walked away, he'd kind of go, "Oh, all right then." And then I came back and he was there and he was back up at the glass again. And I was like, "That's it. This hamster wants me. This hamster is coming home with me."
In all fairness, the rest of them were hiding and he was kind of like vying for the attention.
Yeah,
so
he loved it. And now he is a fat, lazy hamster who is hibernating and scares the cat, which is hilarious.
Yeah, he chases her in his ball.
Yep.
She hates it. She
went
runs
into
away.
a corner.
Yeah.
She was hiding in a corner from a hamster.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what that cat actually... I'd love to know what goes through her mind because she's just so... Just anything at all.
Yeah. Anyway, we could whitter on about our pets forever.
Probably.
But the other thing is I can't play tennis anymore. We went to go play tennis on Tuesday and apparently I cannot hit a ball to save my life.
Bear in mind, it is the first time in a while because the courts have been fully booked for probably a week and a half. Yeah.
I was trying to hit them gently and they were going so far.
They were flying to the back of the court.
Oh god, it was annoying.
Oh dear. That was... Yeah.
And I mean, we're not the best tennis players. Like,
No.
we took this up spring last year, so... You know, we're still kind of getting used to it, still trying to learn how to play properly. I used to play in primary school, but that was years ago.
Yeah, it's zero coaching. It's 100% self-taught from just...
Yeah, we do listen into the coaching lessons that are going on
Yeah.
around us, try and get some tips. But it's like we're getting shown up by like 7-year-olds. And
sometimes even less than that.
It is so embarrassing.
I think some 5-year-olds could probably run rings around us on a court. I think that would be probably a great spectacle. Probably me and you versus a 5-year-old, and we'd probably still lose.
Oh yeah, definitely.
They'd make us run into each other or something. That would be pretty funny though.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, so we recently joined a gym because we decided... Well, we tried running in the country.
Oh god, that's hard.
Yeah, it's too hilly for me.
especially around here.
I can't deal with that.
It's not proper paths either down by the river where we were running.
No.
I mean, a bit of it is new. I mean, that got swept away by the storm anyway.
Yeah.
But a bit of it's new and flat. But the rest of it's like hill and mud and all sorts, grass and slip and a little mini bridge that you have to one by one tread over.
We are hillbillies, essentially. We live that far out into the country and... Yeah, trying to run out here is ridiculous, and one of us was going to roll an ankle or do something, so we stopped running. But then we booked the honeymoon for June, and I was like, oh god, we have to do something.
Yeah, it can't be fat slobs on there.
Yeah, like, you know, we've just had Christmas, we've just had the wedding, we've been really indulgent.
We didn't even diet for the wedding.
No, we were just us. I was going as me.
I think I actually put on 10 kilograms for the wedding.
Well, I mean, I did buy my dress as the size that I was. I never went in with expectations to lose weight because I just knew it was not going to happen. It was around Christmas. I am not eating pigs in blankets and chocolates. So I went with a wedding dress. That was my size. And I didn't need to lose weight for it.
Well... We'll get into the wedding in another podcast, but I'll leave it on. I'm pretty sure my suit buttons were maybe a millimetre of fat away from popping.
Oh yeah.
And I couldn't sit down. I couldn't sit down with the what do they call it? The
waistcoat.
The waistcoat done up.
Oh,
I
it
had
was funny.
no. It was the blazer I couldn't do done up. I couldn't sit. I had to undo it. So in the middle of a ceremony, I had to undo it. But we'll come to that another time because that's
this
really
is why
awkward.
we have joined a gym.
Yes.
And we're not massively overweight. It's just we eat really bad foods, and we know we eat really bad foods, but we try and eat good. And it's just not us. We are just not those kind of people. So, we're gymming it up now. We're going to work hard at the gym and hopefully we can still enjoy the food that we eat. And it's been going okay. We have been going.
Yeah, relatively.
We have been trying. I nearly died at the gym the other day when I pushed myself to a 2.5k run on a treadmill. Honestly, nearly passed out. And I felt so ill.
Doesn't that just sound embarrassing though? We can't run 2.5k.
I know.
And these people
I
run...
am the girl that used to run cross country for my school when I was younger, and I have always been a big sports person. But then I met you and it all stopped.
Became big food people.
We really did.
Love a good restaurant.
Yes, going out. Oh,
that's the problem. That's why we're at the gym.
Yeah. Eating out, getting a takeaway, having a nice cosy night in with a glass of wine. That is the ideal now. So we have to get to the gym and we have to nail this. We have to be a little bit skinnier for the honeymoon. Just a little bit.
Not like whales on the beach. Beached whales.
Just want to be comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean. It is hard.
I mean, last time I put bikini on was, 3 years ago?
2019.
So, I don't know if they're going to fit me, and I should actually probably try them on and make sure.
You were skinnier then.
I was a lot skinnier then.
You were a lot skinnier.
I mean, we'd only been together, a year? A year and a half. So, the relationship fat hadn't quite set in at that point. But quickly after, lockdown came, and that did not help anyone, I don't think. Well, some people actually did really well in lockdown.
I mean, the first lockdown, we didn't eat at McDonald's for 9 months.
Yeah, that did help.
And we did lose weight.
Yeah.
And then McDonald's reopened, and
it never really shut, did it? No, it did shut.
It did shut.
Yes.
Yeah. So that helped. But we've never really been able to.
And I tell you what really did help me is when I got COVID and completely lost my taste. I just wouldn't eat because there was no point me eating.
What's the point?
And then when I did get my taste back, chocolate and anything sweet was horrible. And only just now can I start eating chocolate again. And I wish I could not.
But you still struggle with anything that's not like a minty chocolate. It's still the only thing you can really. Has to be a flavoursome chocolate. Can't be chocolate flavoured.
Yeah,
has to be a strong
chocolate, and that is one of the strangest, for me, a long COVID symptom, because I am a chocoholic. Before, I would eat chocolate all the time, and I loved it, and now I just can't.
No,
which isn't a bad thing for my body.
Well,
for my mind and for my own taste buds, it is.
The problem is it gets substituted though. That's the problem.
That's where I go wrong. But
sucker for chicken nuggets.
I have started eating more fruit though, like raspberries and blueberries. I never touched those before, and I love them now.
See, it's why I get so confused, because I think the worst thing we eat is probably the amount of cheese. Other than that, everything's
cheese is the life.
Everything's very controlled with just mainly chicken, rarely red meats, and we don't eat a lot of salt and not too much sugar. I know I'm worse on the sugar front.
Yeah, you definitely are worse on the sugar.
Oh, I could eat an entire 2-litre tub of ice cream. It was
easy in
no
one
problem.
sitting.
Yeah.
It's I don't really eat ice cream. For a girl, that is unheard of.
I can devour a Ben and Jerry's.
Oh, you can.
It's gone. You buy it and it's gone. Haagen-Dazs as well, cookies and cream, gone.
Yeah. we've had to like strictly say no ice cream in the house because you have no self-control.
If it's there, it's eaten.
Yeah, that's the issue.
And
so we don't buy food like that anymore.
No. The other one used to be duck spring rolls as well. always we'd get duck spring rolls, mozzarella sticks, some form of chicken, and like 2 tubs of ice cream
and pizza,
and it'd all be gone within a week.
Oh yeah.
And then we'd go, oh, I wonder why I'm fat. Well, I do wonder.
Oh, we are a nightmare. But the gym will hopefully help. So
yes.
You'll have to keep listening for updates on our gym because, I mean, I did some core exercises on Monday and I was definitely feeling it on Tuesday. My poor tummy had never been in so much pain. And I didn't even do that many core exercises. It was like, this is really bad.
Yeah.
We have kind of like let ourselves go for like 2 years through the lockdowns and now it's back on it, you know?
Well, trying.
Gotta try. We're doing more than what we were,
try.
So that's always something. It's always a start.
Oh yeah. Eating bad and some exercise is better than eating bad and no exercise.
Well, exactly.
Not ideal, but it's better.
It is.
Next, I think we'll go to... Well, we're on the subject of food, anyway.
Yes.
So, let's talk about what your favourite kind of food would be. What's your favourite kind of restaurant?
Oh, I am a sucker for Chinese food.
Oh, I saw that one coming.
I absolutely love Chinese food.
Right, favourite Chinese order. There you go.
Sesame seed chicken or sesame chicken. I always call it sesame seed, but it's actually sesame chicken.
Yes.
With a chicken chow mein, beef and black bean. I am a massive sucker for that. What else do I normally get? Prawn crackers, absolute must. Pork Cantonese style, is it?
Yes, pork Cantonese style and duck Cantonese style.
And duck Cantonese style. Duck rolls, duck pancakes.
Oh, I love a duck pancake.
Oh, they are just the best. But saying that though, we really do like Italian food, and when we look back at what we eat, it is mainly Italian restaurants that we go to.
Yes. Like recently, where I accidentally ordered a chili on top of a pizza. I thought it was just going to be beef chili, as in hot beef.
Yeah, it did on the menu. It did look like that was.
I didn't want kidney beans on my pizza. That's not the magical combo for me.
You're not a bean fan.
No.
You don't like any kind of bean.
No. Why would you eat some sort of mush that tastes funny on your pizza?
No, they're so good for you. See, this is your problem. The good food you don't like.
Pizza base tasted great.
Yeah, of course it did, Andrew. Of course.
Yeah.
But yeah,
well.
Pasta for me in an Italian restaurant, I always go for the pasta dishes. And they are so bad for me because I bloat like a bloody balloon after I've had pasta.
To be fair though, I'm really into cannelloni at the minute.
Yes, that is a new food.
Specifically spinach and ricotta cannelloni. I mean, I don't think you can get better than that.
It is delicious.
Gotta learn how to make pasta though.
Yeah, well, we need to get pasta roll first.
That's dangerous though. I don't think we should be in control of pasta recipes. I mean, that's probably just going to spell disaster for the waistline.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Can you remember when we were just like living off pasta? That was like all we were eating. And it's not because we can't cook. Or we don't.
I can't.
Well, you can't. But you know, not to blow my own trumpet, but I'm a fairly decent chef. It was just we love pasta, and I just had to go right. That is it. No more pasta. So now it's a bit of we'll have it maybe once or twice a month.
I know, depressingly,
and because when we not only do we just have pasta, but we also have like a mountain of cheese. Like, we can't have pasta without the cheese.
There's more cheese on it than pasta.
Well, exactly. This is the problem. But if we've tried pasta with less cheese, and it just did not happen. We were not happy.
Doesn't hit the spot really. It makes you not want pasta actually, which we probably should have done that more often.
Yeah, but we know that pasta's really good with loads of cheese, so
yes.
we'll always just go back to putting loads of cheese on it.
In the same way we put cheese sauce on like all the roasts.
Yeah, if you have not had a roast with cheese sauce, I'm telling you to try it, because I remember when my mum first did that for me, I thought she was absolutely mad. And then I tried it and I was like, wow, this is heaven.
Well, I thought you were mad when you first did it for me, because from my understanding, the only thing that you put cheese in maybe like a roast dinner or a Christmas dinner would be cauliflower cheese. So it was very alien to me that you were pouring this cheese all over the mash, which again was another thing, because I never had mash in a roast before you, because I always had rice and gravy, which
to me was really odd.
Yes, that is really odd, but it's like a South African staple dish.
Of course, because you're South African, and that is a fun fact that you forgot to tell everyone.
We did. I don't sound like it though, so nobody's gonna.
Very true.
It's not gonna.
I can confirm he is South African. He has a South African birth certificate, and on his passport it says South African.
It does. It definitely does.
But he is a British citizen because he's been here for so long, and he doesn't have his South African citizenship anymore.
Practically ancient now. In the British citizenship.
But yeah, rice and gravy. I remember the first time I met your mum and I was having dinner around at your house and she put rice and gravy on my plate.
Would it have been pork and rice and gravy? Pork chops and rice and gravy?
Yeah, and I just looked at it and I was like,
what is that?
Why is the rice and gravy on my plate? Like, I have rice with like a sweet and sour chicken or chilli or something like that. Not with gravy on my dinner.
No.
Great filler though, if you want to lose weight, go for it, because it is such a filler. It has no taste, it is very bland.
The gravy makes the flavour. You practically just eat gravy.
It does, but it has put you off rice for the rest of your life.
I do struggle to eat rice. Amy, it was rice every other meal. Sometimes it'd be rice. You'd be like, when is the rice going to stop? It's too much rice.
Yeah, that is an odd one. And I mean, Christmas dinner, my first Christmas dinner with you and your family, and they put rice and gravy on my Christmas dinner.
Do you know the worst thing as well? My mum does the gravy so thin.
Yes.
It doesn't even taste like gravy anymore. And they use beef gravy, don't they? Where we mainly cook with chicken.
Yeah, because it has more flavour.
Yeah, and it's less salty. So it's better with rice and gravy, with chicken gravy and thick chicken gravy, but I definitely wouldn't recommend it to anything.
Yeah, or anyone. Honestly, it has traumatised me for my life. I mean, there was no mash on my Christmas dinner. That was already a massive red flag.
See, that's weird for a lot of other British people.
I know.
I think that's northern. Here.
Well, mash goes with everything up here, just like gravy does, because you know.
Oh, gravy's brilliant.
We live to what we know, and that's what we know. But yeah, no mash on a Christmas dinner. I was absolutely mortified. You gotta have the mash, gotta have the roast potatoes, and absolutely you have those Yorkshire puddings. And anybody can fight me on any of those things, and I will win, because they are amazing.
Yes.
And cheese sauce on a Christmas dinner.
And cheese sauce. Just cheese sauce everywhere. Just.
Remember when we had your mum round and your grandparents round for Christmas this year, and you made the cheese sauce this year because I've taught you how to do it.
Yeah.
And they thought we were mad for having cheese sauce, and your mum only put it on her veg, and we were like, no, you put it all over the plate. And she was like, what? No, you can't do that. Yeah. And then she dipped her chicken in it. And she fell in love with cheese sauce.
Honestly.
Not chicken, turkey.
Turkey, just any meat with cheese sauce. I feel like the only one you could probably not do with is like steak.
Oh, now you're on.
You reckon you can do with steak?
You're on now.
Philly cheesesteak, isn't it?
Yeah.
They do, yeah, in America, in Philadelphia, they do cheese and steak. So that's like a sandwich, isn't it? So I probably don't think there's a meat you can't have it with in that case? I'd be hard pressed to find one. Maybe lamb?
Maybe. Don't know, I'll have to try it. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
Listen for our cheese sauce updates.
An entire podcast on cheese sauce.
Oh, love it.
What you can do it with. Everything. Podcast
So,
done.
what is the food that you want to try the most? From, like, if we were to travel, so which country would you travel to, and which food from that country do you want to try the most?
Oh.
For me, I want to go to Texas and have the best barbecue of my life with the slow cooked barbecued meat. That is something that I really, really want to go do.
Yeah. I feel like that's something that doesn't get passed around. I'd love to say Italian, but I feel like there's enough authentic Italian here in England to suffice. So I think it definitely have to be some slow cooked brisket that's been barbecuing for 48 hours or whatever they do in those big smoke machines.
Yeah, absolutely.
It just falls apart, and a massive bun with the barbecue sauce everywhere. And try the ribs like that as well. I think that would just be... Because you don't get that around here.
No. That's something that is... You've got to go to the actual place and have it properly.
Well, I would even stick my neck out and say English barbecues aren't that good.
Oh!
Yeah, controversial. I know from South Africa, from our brides, that we had so many more...
Look at you saying the South African slang
So
now.
many more choices of meat, and it was always like a bigger occasion. Barbecues here, they just kind of seem like you just throw one, where everywhere else around the world it's like this massive occasion with all this slow cooked meats everywhere. And maybe it's just the ones I've had here, but yeah.
What are you trying to say about my barbecues?
Our barbecues are alright, but they're only for 2 people, so
That's
it's
true.
not...
We do cook for like 10 though.
Yeah.
When we have a barbecue. Again, another food issue, we know.
We just don't have the people that can bring round all the different kinds of...
Yeah, it doesn't
food.
help where we live. We are, we're far away from family. So I think that makes it harder, but there we go. Food chat is the best chat.
It's not where we started it, food chat, but it's where we've ended.
I told you, we are a little bit bonkers and our minds go scatty.
Absolutely.
And this is probably what most of our podcasts are going to end up being like.
We will try structure them.
We'll try.
Yeah.
But it's not as fun, so probably not gonna happen, I'll be honest. But we do hope that you do follow along, you do enjoy our podcasts, and you do just enjoy listening about our crazy bonkers life.
Yeah. And we got loads of ideas ready in the pipeline for these to come out. These are going to be roughly 30-minute videos, hopefully every week. We haven't sorted out a date for release yet, but we will be sure to notify everyone because, well, mainly it will be up on that day, and then we'll keep that strategy for the whole time. Anything else you'd...
So you can listen to our podcast on YouTube, on Apple Podcasts, and we also have a Twitter where you'll get some really cool updates, and we'll post pictures of our lives so you can actually see what we're talking about.
Yes.
Please make sure that you subscribe and like and share, and just I really hope you enjoy it and follow along with us.
Right. That's
Thank
it.
you so much for listening. We love you. Goodbye.